Have you ever felt like something was off in your relationship, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it? Do you find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, second-guessing your every move? Have you lost touch with friends and family, feeling increasingly isolated? If these questions strike a chord, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a critical topic that might just change your life. Top signs you are dealing with a dangerous and narcissistic female. This video isn't just another list of red flags. It's a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We'll explore the subtle and not-so-subtle signs of narcissism in women, helping you identify toxic patterns that may be holding you back from living your best life. But more than that, we'll delve into the Stoic principles that can arm you with the mental fortitude to face these challenges head-on. Throughout this video, we'll break down complex psychological concepts into relatable, real-world scenarios. You'll learn to recognize manipulative tactics, understand the impact of gaslighting, and discover how to reclaim your sense of self. We'll also explore why some people develop narcissistic traits, and how understanding this can be a crucial step in your healing process. By watching this video to the end, you're taking a powerful step towards reclaiming control of your life. You'll gain invaluable insights that will help you navigate not just romantic relationships, but all interpersonal dynamics. The knowledge you'll acquire here isn't just theoretical. It's practical wisdom that you can apply immediately to start transforming your life. Now, let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Brace yourself for some hard truths, but also for the liberating power of understanding and self-awareness. Are you ready to unmask the narcissist in your life and reclaim your power? Imagine waking up every day, feeling a sense of dread wash over you. The pit in your stomach grows as you anticipate the emotional minefield ahead. This is the reality for many people trapped in relationships with narcissistic partners. Today, we're shining a light on the often overlooked issue of female narcissism. While narcissism isn't gender-specific, societal expectations and stereotypes can sometimes make it harder to identify in women. Let's start with the first red flag: excessive need for admiration. A narcissistic woman craves attention like a plant craves sunlight. She'll go to great lengths to be the center of attention, often overshadowing your achievements or belittling them. You might find yourself constantly praising her, walking on eggshells to avoid criticism, while your own needs and desires fade into the background. This leads us to the second sign: lack of empathy. Despite her charming exterior, a narcissistic woman struggles to genuinely connect with others' emotions. She may feign concern when it benefits her, but you'll notice a pattern of dismissing your feelings or turning the tables to make herself the victim. This emotional vacuum can leave you feeling isolated and misunderstood, questioning your own perceptions and experiences. Grandiosity is another hallmark of narcissism. She may constantly boast about her achievements, exaggerate her talents, or claim connections with influential people. This inflated sense of self-importance often comes at the cost of belittling others, including you. You might find yourself feeling small in her presence, as if your accomplishments and dreams are insignificant compared to hers. Control is the narcissist's game, and she plays it well. She may disguise her controlling behavior as care or concern, but you'll notice that her suggestions feel more like demands. Your choices, from what you wear to who you spend time with, become subject to her approval. This gradual erosion of your autonomy can leave you feeling trapped and dependent on her validation. Gaslighting is perhaps one of the most insidious tools in the narcissist's arsenal. She'll deny events you clearly remember, twist your words, or claim you're overreacting to valid concerns. This constant manipulation of reality can leave you doubting your own sanity, making it increasingly difficult to trust your judgment and stand up for yourself. A narcissistic woman often employs a divide-and-conquer strategy in relationships. She may try to isolate you from friends and family, painting them as threats to your relationship or planting seeds of doubt about their intentions. This isolation makes you more dependent on her, giving her greater control over your life and perceptions. Financial manipulation is another red flag to watch for. A narcissistic partner may try to control your finances, either by demanding access to your accounts or by creating financial dependence. She might discourage you from pursuing career opportunities or insist on making all financial decisions, leaving you vulnerable and trapped. Lastly, pay attention to how she handles criticism or perceived slights. Narcissists are notoriously thin-skinned, reacting with rage or cold withdrawal to even minor criticisms. You might find yourself constantly apologizing for imagined offenses or walking on eggshells to avoid triggering her wrath. This creates a cycle of emotional abuse that can be incredibly damaging to your self-esteem and mental health. Recognizing these signs is crucial, but understanding them through the lens of Stoic philosophy can provide even greater insight and strength. The Stoics taught us about the importance of focusing on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. When dealing with a narcissistic partner, this principle becomes a lifeline. Consider the Stoic concept of prohairesis, our ability to choose our responses to external events. In the face of a narcissist's manipulations, remembering that you have the power to choose your reaction is empowering. You can't control her behavior, but you can control how you respond to it. This shift in perspective can be the first step towards reclaiming your autonomy. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "He who has learned to be excited by nothing but his own thoughts and actions, what can he fear?" This wisdom is particularly relevant when dealing with a narcissist. By focusing on your own growth and values, rather than seeking validation from a partner who's incapable of providing it, you build a foundation of self-worth that can't be shaken by external forces. The Stoic practice of negative visualization can also be a powerful tool. Imagine the worst-case scenario. What if you stayed in this relationship for years to come? How would it impact your mental health, your dreams, your relationships with others? This exercise isn't meant to induce anxiety, but to put things in perspective and motivate action. Another key Stoic principle is the dichotomy of control. Understand that you can't change the narcissist in your life. Their behavior, their choices, these are outside your control. What you can control is your response, your boundaries, and ultimately, your decision to stay or leave. This realization can be both liberating and empowering. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of self-reflection. Take time each day to examine your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Are you compromising your values to keep the peace? Are you ignoring red flags out of fear or misplaced loyalty? This honest self-assessment is crucial for breaking free from the narcissist's influence. Remember, the goal isn't to become cold or unfeeling. The Stoics weren't advocating for emotional suppression, but rather for emotional resilience. It's about developing the strength to face difficult truths and make tough decisions. In the context of a relationship with a narcissist, this might mean acknowledging that the person you love is incapable of providing the emotional support and respect you deserve. As we delve deeper into the signs of narcissism, it's important to approach this knowledge not with anger or resentment, but with understanding and compassion, both for yourself and for the narcissist. Understanding the root causes of narcissistic behavior can help you detach emotionally and see the situation more clearly. Often, narcissistic traits develop as a defense mechanism against deep-seated insecurities and trauma. This doesn't excuse the behavior, but understanding it can help you stop internalizing the narcissist's actions, their criticism, their manipulation. It's not about you. It's a reflection of their own inner turmoil. As we move forward, let's explore more subtle signs of narcissism that often go unnoticed in the early stages of a relationship. One such sign is the narcissist's inability to handle your success. A healthy partner would celebrate your achievements, but a narcissistic woman might feel threatened by them. She may downplay your accomplishments, compete with you, or even sabotage your efforts to succeed. This behavior stems from the narcissist's deep-seated fear of being overshadowed. Your success challenges her grandiose self-image, triggering feelings of inadequacy she desperately tries to avoid. You might notice her changing the subject when you share good news, or making snide comments that take the wind out of your sails. Over time, this can lead you to downplay your own successes to avoid her negative reactions. Another red flag is the narcissist's tendency to use emotional blackmail. She might threaten self-harm if you try to set boundaries or express dissatisfaction with a relationship. This manipulative tactic is designed to keep you trapped, playing on your empathy and sense of responsibility. It's a form of extreme emotional control that can leave you feeling constantly on edge, responsible for her emotional state. Pay attention to how she treats people she perceives as beneath her. A narcissistic woman might be charming to those she wants to impress, but cruel or dismissive to waitstaff, clerks, or others she sees as unimportant. This Jekyll and Hyde behavior is a clear indication of her true character. Remember, how someone treats those who can do nothing for them speaks volumes about who they really are. The narcissist's relationship with social media can also be telling. An excessive need for online validation, constant posting of selfies, and an obsession with her image and follower count can all be indicators of narcissism. She might use social media as a tool for validation, to make you jealous, or to create a false narrative about your relationship. Watch out for the narcissist's inability to respect your boundaries. This might manifest as reading your private messages, showing up uninvited to your workplace, or making decisions about your life without consulting you. She may frame this invasive behavior as care or concern, but it's really about control and a lack of respect for your autonomy. Another subtle sign is the narcissist's use of intermittent reinforcement. She might alternate between lavishing you with affection and withdrawing it completely. This unpredictable behavior creates a powerful psychological bond, similar to addiction. You find yourself constantly chasing those moments of affection, enduring the cold spells in hopes of another high. Be wary of a partner who can't take responsibility for her actions. A narcissistic woman will rarely, if ever, offer a genuine apology. Instead, she'll deflect blame, make excuses, or turn the tables to make herself the victim. This refusal to acknowledge wrongdoing makes it impossible to resolve conflicts in a healthy way. Lastly, pay attention to your own behavior in the relationship. Are you constantly walking on eggshells, afraid of triggering her anger? Do you find yourself making excuses for her behavior to friends and family? Have you lost touch with your own needs and desires? These are signs that you're caught in the narcissist's web, prioritizing her feelings and needs over your own well-being. Now that we've explored these signs in depth, it's crucial to understand the impact of being in a relationship with a narcissistic woman. The effects can be far-reaching and deeply damaging to your mental and emotional well-being. Many people find themselves struggling with anxiety, depression, and a profound loss of self-esteem after prolonged exposure to narcissistic abuse. One of the most insidious effects is the erosion of your sense of reality. After months or years of gaslighting and manipulation, you might find yourself doubting your own perceptions and memories. This cognitive dissonance can be deeply unsettling, leaving you feeling unmoored and uncertain about even the most basic aspects of your life. The constant criticism and belittling from a narcissistic partner can lead to a phenomenon known as learned helplessness. You might start to believe that you're incapable of making good decisions or succeeding on your own. This belief can keep you trapped in the relationship, afraid to strike out on your own even when you recognize the toxic dynamics at play. Physical health can also suffer in a relationship with a narcissist. The chronic stress of walking on eggshells and managing your partner's unpredictable moods can manifest in a variety of health issues. Insomnia, digestive problems, and a weakened immune system are common complaints among those dealing with narcissistic abuse. It's also important to recognize the impact on your other relationships. A narcissistic partner often isolates you from friends and family, either through direct manipulation or by creating so much drama that you withdraw to avoid conflict. This isolation further increases your dependence on the narcissist, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break. Financial abuse is another common but often overlooked aspect of narcissistic relationships. Whether it's through extravagant spending, sabotaging your career, or directly controlling your finances, a narcissistic partner can leave you financially vulnerable. This economic abuse can make it even harder to leave the relationship, trapping you in a cycle of dependence. The trauma of narcissistic abuse can also lead to difficulties in future relationships. You might find yourself hypersensitive to potential signs of narcissism, struggling to trust new partners, or inadvertently recreating toxic dynamics. It's crucial to address these wounds and recalibrate your understanding of healthy relationships to break the cycle. However, it's important to remember that healing is possible. Many people emerge from relationships with narcissists stronger, wiser, and more in tune with their own needs and boundaries. The first step is recognizing the signs and acknowledging the reality of your situation. This is where Stoic philosophy can be particularly helpful. The Stoic concept of amor fati, love of fate, doesn't mean passively accepting abuse. Rather, it's about finding the opportunity for growth and self-improvement even in challenging circumstances. Your experience with a narcissist, painful as it may be, can be a catalyst for profound personal growth. Now that we've identified the signs and impacts of narcissistic behavior, let's focus on how to protect yourself and reclaim your power. Remember, you're not responsible for the narcissist's behavior, but you are responsible for your own well-being and happiness. First and foremost, educate yourself. Understanding narcissistic personality disorder and the dynamics of toxic relationships is crucial. Knowledge is power, and the more you understand about what you're dealing with, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions. Read books, join support groups, or consider talking to a therapist who specializes in narcissistic abuse. Setting and maintaining firm boundaries is essential when dealing with a narcissist. This might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to putting her needs before your own. Start small, but be consistent. Remember, you have the right to privacy, respect, and emotional safety. A narcissist will likely push back against these boundaries, but stay firm. Your well-being is not negotiable. Practice self-care religiously. This isn't just about bubble baths and chocolate, though those can be nice. It's about prioritizing your physical and mental health. Exercise regularly, eat well, get enough sleep, meditate, journal, or engage in activities that bring you joy and peace. Self-care is not selfish. It's necessary, especially when you're dealing with emotional abuse. Rebuild your support network. If you've been isolated from friends and family, start reaching out. You don't have to share everything right away, but re-establishing these connections can provide crucial emotional support. Consider joining a support group for people dealing with narcissistic abuse. Sharing your experiences with others who understand can be incredibly validating and healing. Work on rebuilding your self-esteem. Narcissistic abuse can shatter your sense of self-worth, but you can rebuild it. Start by challenging negative self-talk. When you catch yourself thinking self-deprecating thoughts, pause and ask if you'd say those things to a friend. Practice self-compassion and celebrate your strengths and accomplishments, no matter how small they might seem. Financial independence is crucial. If you've been financially dependent on a narcissistic partner, start taking steps to regain control of your finances. This might mean opening your own bank account, building your credit, or exploring career opportunities. Financial freedom can give you the confidence and means to make decisions that are best for you. Consider seeking professional help. A therapist experienced in narcissistic abuse can provide valuable insights and coping strategies. They can help you process your experiences, work through trauma, and develop tools for setting healthy boundaries. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Implement the gray rock technique when interacting with a narcissist. This involves becoming as uninteresting and unreactive as possible. Don't share personal information, don't engage in arguments, and don't react to provocations. This can help reduce the narcissist's power over you by depriving them of the emotional reactions they crave. Focus on your own goals and dreams. Chances are, you've put many of your own aspirations on hold while dealing with a narcissistic partner. Now is the time to reconnect with what you want out of life. Set goals, make plans, and take small steps towards achieving them. This not only improves your life, but also shifts your focus away from the narcissist. As we approach the conclusion of our journey, it's crucial to remember that healing from narcissistic abuse is not a linear process. There will be good days and bad days, moments of strength and moments of doubt. But with each step forward, you're reclaiming your power and rebuilding your life. One of the most important things to internalize is that you deserve respect, love, and kindness. The narcissist's behavior is a reflection of their own issues, not your worth. You are not responsible for fixing them, nor should you sacrifice your well-being in an attempt to do so. Your primary responsibility is to yourself. Consider the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. You can't control the narcissist's behavior, but you can control your response to it. You can choose to prioritize your own well-being, to set and maintain healthy boundaries, and to surround yourself with positive, supportive people. Remember, leaving a narcissistic relationship doesn't always mean physical departure. Sometimes, it means emotionally detaching and no longer allowing their behavior to dictate your emotions or self-worth. This emotional freedom can be just as powerful as physical distance. As you move forward, be patient with yourself. Healing takes time, and it's okay to have setbacks. Each day is an opportunity to choose yourself, to reinforce your boundaries, and to build the life you deserve. Celebrate small victories and be kind to yourself on difficult days. Consider keeping a journal of your progress. Write down moments of strength, instances where you enforced boundaries, or days when you felt genuinely happy. This can serve as a powerful reminder of your growth when you face challenges. Lastly, remember that your experience, difficult as it may be, has given you valuable insight and strength. Many people who have survived narcissistic relationships go on to build healthier, more fulfilling lives. They often develop a deeper understanding of themselves, clearer boundaries, and a stronger sense of self-worth. You have the power to rewrite your story. The chapter with the narcissist doesn't define you. It's merely part of your journey. The rest of your story is yours to write, filled with the possibility of joy, genuine connection, and self-love. As we conclude this video, I want you to know that you're not alone. There are resources, support groups, and professionals ready to help you on your healing journey. Take the first step today, whether it's reaching out for help, setting a boundary, or simply acknowledging your own worth. Remember, you are strong, you are worthy, and you have the power to create the life you deserve. The road ahead may not be easy, but it leads to freedom, self-discovery, and true happiness. You've taken an important step by watching this video and educating yourself. Now, it's time to take that knowledge and use it to empower yourself. Thank you for joining me on this journey of understanding and empowerment. May you find the strength, courage, and support you need to break free from narcissistic abuse and step into a brighter, healthier future. You've got this, and a world of possibility awaits you.